Hey y'all, getting my walk in. Wanted to share about ideas. If you have an idea that you think is going to work, or just an idea, you're looking for a breakthrough in your life and you're wanting to try something new, don't wait for someone to tell you, hey, that's a good idea, let's go, let's do this. Don't do that. Especially when you're younger, in your younger years. It's okay for you to experiment in the sense of, see what works, see what things align with what you want in life. Everybody is going to have an opinion. So just because they have an opinion doesn't mean it's a valid one. When we started our business, it was actually, I had a regular job, my husband had a regular job, and it was something that having your own business wasn't something that we were interested in doing ever. Literally never ever thought about having our own business. But I was tired of doing the regular 9 to 5. I was tired of leaving my kids, with the babysitter and not seeing them till nighttime, and having to, basically living lives literally for like just the 3 hours, right, when we would get home. And not only that, but my husband actually would work midnights. So sometimes the only time he would see the kids is when he would actually get home. So he would actually get home and he would see the kids by the time basically we're leaving out the door to go to work. So I can go to work, drop the babies off. And sometimes he was able to get there. For the most part, actually, he would be able to get there early enough to we had 2 kids. So to take like one of the kids to the babysitter, my other kid, I had a little daycare there where I worked. So that was a blessing. But we started this, this business that no one that we knew had this business. A lot of people have this business, whatever there's so many things out there nowadays that you can do. But when we started our business, I would always ask, what if this could actually work? We're doing something on the side as a hobby. What if this could actually work full time? Okay. I was saying it. My husband really wasn't there. But it was, it wasn't something that we had thought about doing. Or just being outside of the regular, traditional 9 to 5. My husband had a job that most people would think is secure. Like no one ever gets fired there. It's something that when you say, oh, we'll work, here, everybody would be like, oh, that's awesome. You job security, you have a job for life. But at the end of the day, for us, what's the point of working all these hours or having these good jobs if we couldn't really be with our family? Now, we were young. We got married young, but at this point, we're probably, and I'm guesstimating here, we are about probably 12 years ago when we kind of started thinking about this. But we ended up, what was it? My husband, it was actually more my husband. He was closing out this business. He was like, you know what? He's going into a new career. He was literally going to go into a new career. And when, that happened, he said, you take over this business, this thing that we're doing, really just a hobby. You take over that. And I'm like, okay, I'll take over it. Well, I took over it, but I started really looking into the process, the business, building a website, putting like Facebook stuff out there. And suddenly this thing that was just kind of like a small thing that was like on the side with our careers was getting traction. Like people are like, oh, cool, y'all do this, you do this. Yeah, can you help me with here? Can we, people started needing this thing that, we're just doing on the side, on, whenever we had time. People actually were interested in this. So this little idea that I was like, hey, what if we could do this? Like, what if we made this our full-time job? What if we could just live off of this? Well, it started happening. Like, we still kept our jobs, but my husband, because we started getting people interested in what we were doing, he decided, which is funny, I had the idea to do this thing, go all out full time, but he's the one that actually went in on it first. So he went in on it first. He was doing it full time, and then later, imagine, I'm the one that with the idea, but I didn't leave my company, my corporate job, until I got laid off. So I had to do it. So now we're both full time doing this thing, and honestly, it's been a blessing. So I mean, we've been able to watch our kids grow. Am I saying we're multimillionaires and rich and this and that? No, not at all. The one thing about having your own business is that there are ups and downs. There's seasons. There's times where in plenty, and there's times where you better make sure you take care of your savings and to put money away, or else it's one of those things. It's like feast or famine sometimes. So it just depends how you handle your business. So just because you're not doing the 9-to-5 corporate does not mean your life is easy now. No, plenty of work. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, if you don't produce, you don't get new work. So, I can talk about that in another video. I have plenty of info on that. But, the whole thing is get your idea, and if you really, 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 like when you feel it in your gut and you're like, I know this is gonna work. I know this is something that will work. Try it, do it. Like, you don't have to go all in completely. I know there's a lot of people say go all in or else, but I'm still the way of go in. You don't have to go 100% in, quit your job and everything, because you still need to survive. You still need to either feed your family or provide for yourself, whatever that looks like. Doesn't mean you quit your job and you live free now. It doesn't work that way. But see how it goes. Check it out. Run with it for a little while. See, like, okay, yeah, this is something you like. Not just necessarily that you like, but honestly, I prefer something work than something to be liked. Which again, I can get into another video on that. But just try it out. Give yourself permission. Give yourself. No one is gonna say, hey, that's a great idea. Go ahead and do it. No one knows your idea. And two, for the most part, if you tell someone your idea, no one sees your vision. No one sees what you see. No one sees what it could become. When you get that idea, it's in your mind, and I believe God puts it in your mind. It's in your mind, and then He also, I feel like, gives you the what it could look like. What can it become? What's the fruition? What does that look like when that works? Sometimes it could be you can see all of that. Sometimes it's just the beginning, sometimes it's the beginning and the middle. So try it out. Give yourself the permission. No one ever in a gazillion, million, bajillion years is gonna come at you and say, hey, you can proceed. You can now proceed with your idea. You are capable and you are worthy to move forward and do the thing that you feel is the right thing to do. No one is ever gonna tell you that. So if it's an idea, and I say if, we have many ideas, but if you feel it's gonna be an idea that, hey, this can literally, it's like a change of, sometimes it's not as big as changing your whole life course, but it's still something that's in your gut, that's in your intuition, that you feel like, you know what, I really feel strongly about this. Try it out. Go ahead. If you need permission, you have my permission. You don't need my permission though. You can just do it. And trust me, if it's something that works, it will work. Doors will open. If it's something that doesn't work, it won't work. It won't work no matter what you do with it. So try it out. Give it a shot. Trust yourself. And don't let people tell you it's not gonna work. Sometimes don't even tell them what you're doing, because people will give you their opinion of what they think will work or it won't work. For us, we left that secure job. We both had secure jobs, so we left both of them. Obviously I got laid off, but I could have gone back and gotten another position, but I just saw it as an opportunity to move forward with our business. But people didn't like that. Family members, especially family members, they're like, what did you do? Like, what? You had this secure job, you had this thing. What did you do? Once we actually went all in on it. So even though they love you the most, unfortunately, they're the ones that sometimes will give you the most hate. Not saying they don't love you, but because they love you, they want to tell you, you know, what to watch out for. So we understand that. At the end of the day, it's your life, it's your vision, it's what God's put in your heart, and just do it. I don't want to be that person that says it. That way it's not just like that. But you have nothing to lose by trying, but you have all to gain if it works out. So take care. See y'all.